Hey, what's going on, everyone? Yeah, I know it's been a while since I made a video. Been real busy. Alright, talking to a homegirl of mine the other day, and somehow we got on the topic of relationships. And I told her is that I know the reason many women, not just black, not just white, American women, haven't found Mr. Right yet. And she asked why. And my answer was, and it still is, because they're afraid. They are afraid of getting their heart broken. Think about this. Many women, we'll talk about the women right here, and I'll get on the men in a second. Many women, by their own accord, had their hearts stepped on by a combat boo. You know how you squash something, you kind of twist your foot around? Yeah, that happened to some of them. But see, what happens is now, they know what a good man looks like. They know what a man looks like that wants to be with them, that truly wants to be with them. The problem is many of them are afraid to receive that man because they feel like that he may break their heart. They are worried about, will he cheat on me? Will he leave me? Well, hate to tell y'all this, it can happen. But you cannot worry about that happening. Because every woman I ever dated, I never made them a promise. I never made the promise that I would never cheat on you. I never made the promise where I said I would never lie to you. I never made the promise where I said I would never leave you. You know, I would never make those things. The only promise I ever made was I would never hit you. Because, hey, that ruins lives and careers. But that's the only promise I ever made. And the thing is, many women want those assurances, but once it happens, well, you said you would never cheat on me. You hear that? And see, I feel like a lot of women paint themselves into a box. See, this is the problem. Women, when a man really wants you, he doesn't care if you live in Bangor, Maine, and he lives in freaking Lima, Peru. He is gonna get you. I know that's a stretch, but you know what I'm getting at. He's gonna come get you. He's gonna make it happen. And see, the thing with men, when we identify a good woman, we're gonna lock her down. Especially if we're on a wavelength, the time in our lives we want to commit to this woman. And we feel like that's the right woman to commit to. You know, we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen because we know she's a good woman, and maybe another guy knows she's a good woman, and we don't want to have the one that got away. But do men make the move to try to lock you down a little sooner than expected? Yeah, we do. Because, like I said earlier, we don't want to tongue-tied, I'm sorry. We don't want to miss out on you, a great woman, because we always hear a good man is hard to find. Well, a good woman is hard to find as well. A woman that's maybe it's for me, or for like another guy, a good woman for him is hard to find. So we find that woman we believe is good for us, we're going to lock that down. Because men, we know how hard it is. See, ladies, you're going to have to get back on the horse. Many of y'all fell off the horse, but you got to get back on. Because it's kind of like hopping on a school bus when you was like in school. And say the school bus pick you up at 6:45 a.m. The bus is not going to wait around till 6:50 for you to decide if you want to get on the bus or not. Either you get on the bus, or the bus is going to close that door and pull off and leave. And now you got to find a ride to school. You got to wait another bus. Oh, my bad. That bus is not coming back till tomorrow morning. But y'all know that if y'all know men are hard to find, men that want to commit, that in that stage of their lives, a good man, I'm doing an air quotations here because I think good is very subjective. Why in the blue hell aren't you making it happen on your end to lock that man down on your end? Because think about this. Most men have been heartbroken too. Most men have been done wrong. A lot of men have been cheated on by their women. A lot of us have been lied to. But guess what? We have to get back on the horse and make it happen because last time I checked, women don't approach men to spit game. We do the approaching. Unlike y'all, we don't have the luxury of hiding behind school, hiding behind work, hiding behind Jesus. That's what many of y'all do. Y'all defense mechanisms start kicking in when that man gets a little close. Well, I got so much going on in my life. I got work. I got school. Jesus is my man. All that stuff. So what you're telling me is that you can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Hey, there's a lot you gotta deal with in life. And the thing is, people say put all this time into a relationship. Where's all this time you guys are talking about? People go to work. People have stuff going on in their lives at school. Hey, you can always set time aside for each other, staying with each other. That's another defense mechanism I always shoot down. Excuse me. But ladies, do you want to be happy or do you want to just be afraid? Because you cannot find happiness in a man in this whole thing we call love unless you love. If you are afraid of heartache, you're never going to find a man of your dreams. Because that man is not going to wait around forever until you figure out if you want to be with him or not. And to be real with you, you do want to be with him. You really do. But you are afraid to pull the trigger. And you know, in war, that person who hesitates to shoot the gun always the one that gets shot. Now, again, if you know there's this so-called shortage of good men out here running around the world, if you got one, you know it's good. Hell, y'all spent like 3 or 4 dates with each other, always on the phone with each other, because little known fact, ladies, most men are not in a business of dating for sport. We're not going to just spend our time and money just for the heck of it for a good gesture. Not going to happen. Because let's be real. Dinner for 2 nowadays going to cost you 40 or 50 bucks in most places. Just be real. Hell, Waffle House will cost you 20 bucks for 2 people. So hey, imagine you go somewhere a little higher up on the food chain. No pun intended. And there's time. Because remember now, people are busy nowadays. People got school, work. Some people have children. Or some people, like me, I work a funky night shift where I have the most time in the world. So my time is going to be very valuable. And we're pretty much in a depression, economic-wise. So you got to be careful with your money as well. So if I'm doing all this, if I'm spending money on dates for you, going out, getting to know you, and spending my time with you, ladies, you gotta understand that's a man trying to lock you down. And the thing is as well, these men have been hurt too, and they're getting back up. Because hey, we all control our destinies here. If you want love, you have to receive. You have to be able to receive it. Because all I hear is women saying, "Well, the Lord is going to send me my man." Hell, the Lord has probably already sent you the man that will marry you. But you are probably too afraid to receive him. You know, I'm not into the Bible scriptures like that, but I know that because someone sent your way. I believe people are sent your way for a reason. And if you turn that person down, that man, and let me ask y'all this. Ladies, you ever was like afraid to get with a man? You know, you felt like I mentioned earlier, high school, work, Jesus. You knew he was a great guy. You actually liked him, but you was afraid to take that next step. But you ever run into him later, he's probably married or at least in a committed relationship with a woman that he could have been your man, your husband. He could have been the father of your children. Just think about that. You know, and let's be real on this other thing. Men, we usually set the tone with this stuff. If we really want a woman, man, I'm getting tongue tied. If we really want y'all, 9 times out of 10, we're putting our feelings on the table first. We're putting out our intentions first for the most part. Be like, in so many words, hey, you know, I really like you, really like spending time with you, would love to take it a step further. Not saying you have to marry me tomorrow, but just take it a step further. And some of those words, there's no real rule book on how you say it, or no real rule book on like the time and stuff. Because I said earlier, men are going to lock you down quicker than expected if you know you're a good woman. So we're putting ourselves out there. And like I said, it's a tough thing after you've been heartbroken. But guess what? If you willing to get back on that horse, you at least gonna have a chance for a ride. But if you never get back on that horse, you're gonna walk. Would you rather walk or take a ride on a horse when you don't have to walk? Which one do you want to do? Hell, I'd rather ride. You know, so ladies, don't be afraid of love. If you're afraid, it's never gonna come your way. It's not. Because it's all a risk. It is. It's all a risk. Everything in life is a risk. And some risks, you have to take calculated risks. Because I know it's a job, I feel like it's a job of a man to make a woman feel comfortable. But at the same time, you have to be able to give that man a chance. Because if you don't give him a chance, you may never even find that man of your dreams. Then you're going to be sitting here wondering why at 30 years old, 35, you can't find that guy. Because that guy probably was the one you was afraid to get with. Because it's not going to be 50 guys that want to marry you. There may be only 1, 2, or 3 tops. Because see, women, a lot of y'all focus on these men. Oh, these men don't want to commit. These men just want sex. These men want to play games. Why are you focusing on that instead of focusing on that guy who is coming to you legit? And you know he's coming up to you right. You know he's treating you good. You know he's legit. But y'all keep focusing on the ones who's on the bullshit. And after a while, that man will get tired of it and move on. So, my last thing is this. You ladies are controllers of your destiny. If you see that guy, give him a shot. Because many of y'all weren't afraid to step out and take that chance when it comes to school and your careers. So give him a shot. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy. And go Bulls. Derrick Rose, MVP.